everyone, it is Emily with Claim Brilliance, the permanent weight loss coach. And are you living by a lie identity? A lie identity is an identity that you believe to be true even though it is not. And I heard once that in order to know if something is fact, you have to take out all of the words so that you can just see the results. So what do you say to yourself? Do you say things like, I'm fat, or diets just don't work, or my metabolism is shot, or it's just so hard to lose weight? And those are all lie identities. In order to get to where you want to be, you have to become a person you are not currently. And in order to become a person that you are not currently, you have to become things that aren't the way that things are now. So a lie identity could be working out is hard, and working out is unpleasant, and that is a lie identity. When I was running and I wanted to become a runner, I had to change my thinking. I had to change my lie identity and start identifying as and saying things like, when my lungs burn, like that was an experience, that was fact, could take away words and really experience like my lungs burn and my legs hurt and my skin is itchy. And those were all facts. The lie part is what I was saying about the situation. So what we say about the situation, I had to change it. Instead of, I hate running, everything hurts, I'm really slow, and that's makes me not good. And to, oh, this sensation is telling me that I am getting stronger. This sensation is I am experiencing growth. And a lot of times we take growth and struggle as a bad thing. What we need to start doing in order to achieve the thing that you want to achieve is you have to start saying different things, believing different things, and feeling different things. Because you cannot say, think, and believe and feel certain ways and get the results you're after. Because those are the stories that we tell ourselves about the thing that we're experiencing. And that's where the real struggle comes from. It's not that we're experiencing the struggle and the hardship. It's the story that we tell ourselves about that. So, in my workbook that is on Amazon, Claim Brilliance 12-week weight loss, permanent weight loss workbook, the first step is to observe, because until you know what the problem is, what the story is, you can't change it. And that's what we really want to do. That's what we need to do, is change the story that we tell ourselves about the experience that we're having. So when you say things like, I'm fat, number one, question that, because you're not actually fat. You are you. You are not the fat, right? Just like I used to say to myself, I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm not slow. I'm not stupid. I just had an experience for 16 years where I could not read. That didn't make me unintelligent. It just was an experience because I lacked a skill. It was not who I am. It was the story that I was telling myself, and the story was wrong. the story that you're telling yourself, the background story, another one that I grew up with is being pretty is dangerous. This came from my grandfather. And so my grandfather, so it's generational. My goal is to stop that generational trauma with me and my children, and hopefully their children, and not drag it out. But part of generational trauma comes from programming, bad programming that was never updated. Being able to look at the situation and say that's not actually true. Another one, man, I have so many. But so I'm dumb, or I'm unimportant, or it's dangerous to put yourself out there. Now, we growing up were pioneers, if you will, of homeschooling. And so experiencing my mom experiencing that, it really was true. She had an experience where being involved in the homeschooling community when it first started, like somebody got shot. The police came in and things got a little bit out of hand. I don't know all of the ins and outs, but being seen as a new pioneer homeschooling outside of the norm was dangerous. That translated into my little princess brain, my little princess subconscious, was being seen is dangerous. Being beautiful is dangerous. Being certain ways is dangerous. But it's just not true anymore. So what was true just needs to be updated. Like a computer, our subconscious needs updating. The way that we do that is through what we say, think, and feel. What we say to ourselves, what we think to ourselves, and what we feel about what we're saying, the story that we're telling about the situation. And so that's step one, and it's in my book. So being able to take a whole week or 2 or 3 or whatever and capturing the thoughts. That's step one, is just observing the thoughts and observing the feelings that are associated with those thoughts. That's step one in order to quantum leap into the direction that you want to go. You cannot continue thinking, feeling, acting the way that you do now. The stories you tell yourself now need to be updated and revised. But in order to do that, you have to observe, because if you're not aware of them, then you can't change what you're not aware of. All right, I am at my location, so I am going to go. But I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.